What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? If you want to see the Red Rocket, the Rojo Rocket live, I'm going to be in Toronto, Canada at JFL 42 all next week. I literally show up, I think, Wednesday night, and I'm there till Monday, dude. 18th to the 23rd. Go on andrewsantino.com to get tickets or go to JFL 42. I'm one of the 42. It's going to be fucking incredible. I can't wait to do it. And then I'm off until November, but in November, I'm going to Nashville, Tennessee, Tennessee, baby, November 8th and 9th. Then I'm in Cobbs in San Francisco, the 15th and the 16th of November. Then I'm in Indianapolis, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And then I am going to be at the Brea Improv in Brea, California, December 6th and the 7th. I also forgot, sorry, one more date, Huntsville, Alabama. One exclusive show I'm doing on the 10th in Huntsville. I've never been to Alabama, baby. So we'll find out how that goes. So 8, 9, Nashville, 10, taking a little trip down to Huntsville, Alabama. Go to andrewsantino.com for all the tickets. We are releasing a ton of new dates in January, February, and March. I'm going to be doing Chicago, Detroit. I'm going to be in Ohio, Portland, Philly, Boston. I'm doing everything in the new year. But for now, those are the dates. Go to andrewsantino.com and enjoy the episode, baby.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Well, good. You know, I had to fight through traffic, and I got to wake up really early in the morning. Yeah.
You got to fight through traffic, and you got. Why
Well,
don't
I
you
had
eat
to
the mic
fight-
a little bit so we can get you?
I had to fight through traffic to get here, and but the plus side is my sister's here. I don't have time to see her. I've got to go back, wake up early because I'm a working actor.
You're a working actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never stopped working.
What are you
so-
working on right now?
Schooled on ABC. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't because no
and
one's
for
going to
those
see
of
it.
you-
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again. It is Mr.
Bryan Callen.
Bryan Callen, is
Yeah,
it?
Bryan Well,
Good to meet you. It's our
know
first
that.
time meeting in the real
That's
world.
not true,
Usually we've
Andrew.
DM'd on the internet, and Bryan has DM'd me and said, "You're a babe. You're a good actor. I wish I could be like you. Can you
never
train
said
me?"
that.
And I said, "I guess. You know, it's a couple grand an hour." And you said, "Whatever you need. I want
How
your
would
talent."
you train me
As an actor?
Yeah. What would you say to me?
Quit.
You're-
I would
you-
tell you to quit if I was
come
you.
on. Actually, it's funny. I've helped
Here's some.
comics.
Why don't you pour yourself some Blantons? We're drinking Blantons today because
Beautiful whiskey.
Callen saw it and wanted it.
I've helped some comics who are not actors. I've helped some athletes who are not actors. And it's very difficult unless you've kind of trained, right? You studied theater, right?
I study the world and I study me. I study me.
I understand that, Andrew Santino, but you've also studied acting.
I'm the best actor that you know. End of discussion.
Well, all right.
I'm the best actor that you've ever met, ever.
Okay. So,
And you could use a couple of my notes. Note 1.
okay. So let's
Cheers.
see you do. Let's. I'll give you a line.
Go
Let's
ahead.
See you act. Look at me and say, "Dying ain't much of a living, boy."
Do I have to say it with that douchey southern accent that you just... What was that? Is that what... Do I have to sound
That's
like...
not. My southern accent is amazing. Dying ain't much of a living, boy. That's pretty good, dude.
Is that your accent?
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
That's absolutely terrible.
Well,
no
it's-
one in the South sounds like that.
Well,
Here we go. Ready?
That's from the outskirts of New Orleans.
No, a real southern accent is... Dying ain't much of a living, boy. You want me to end this fucking podcast right now because that was so goddamn good?
Dude.
Dying.
I like playing characters that sound like they're shouting in the wind.
Yeah, that's...
You know those guys.
That's not real. That's not a good character.
I've been out here a long time.
Already have been out here a long time. What is that?
Just it's a choice I make.
It's a bad choice.
I'm a good actor.
Bri, first of all, thank you for coming. I really love you. I'm happy to see you again. You look as good as you usually do. You look really fit. I'm surprised that you've kind of managed to stay so...
Well, you joke, but
Pulled together.
At 52,
I don't mention age. This is not about age for me.
I wake up in my You know what's different about me for
What?
real? Like as I get older,
Yeah.
My waking up is my body is literally in wet cement. I've got to warm my goddamn feet up.
What?
If I'm playing tennis or boxing, doing the shit I do, I'm great when I'm warmed up. And then the next day, man, it takes me a long time to get the motor going.
Really?
Fuck yes.
What do you think that is?
It's just what your body
You're getting closer
ages.
to death.
You just get, I'm dying, which is why I want to get on Metformin. I want to do all of it. I want to do human
What's the thing
growth.
you need to do before you die that you haven't done? What's the one thing you haven't done? You've checked a lot of boxes.
I have checked a lot of boxes.
Successful, been on television.
Yeah.
You've got little people that you've made.
Yeah. Everything
You've had wild nights
Yes.
at in West Hollywood, out
Yes.
at the manhole. You've had weird nights.
No, not. What did you say?
You've had wild nights
Not
at the manhole in West
manhole.
Hollywood.
No,
At the
guys, I
manhole.
haven't had man sex.
Wait, what are you talking? No, yes, you have. We talked about it
All
before.
right. This is
You talked to me. You said
unprecedented.
I've been to the manhole
I
a couple
needed
of
the
times in my
money
life.
when I was younger, and I don't remember a lot of it.
Okay, so
All
you're
right?
so you're a cute little
a lot
busboy.
A lot of that's a blur.
You had to do some favors.
Here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I would like to become semi-fluent in the art of salsa.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to go to España, and I would like to fucking dance, and I would like to go to Argentina, Chile,
Chile.
Uruguay, and I want to.
What was the last one?
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Uruguay.
Which, by the way, considered I think the safest and best place to visit.
Uruguay?
In South America, rated by Condé Nast or something. That I want to go there and I want to dance, and I'm not kidding.
Why?
I don't know. I want to dance.
You feel like that's what you need?
I think we all need more dancing.
Yeah. Are you going to participate in this Bert Kreischer dancing thing that he's got going on then? Is this going to be up your alley?
And I'll win.
You think you'll outdance him?
He's not a bad athlete. I saw his, first of all, he can dance. Second of all, I saw his golf swing. I said, you got a golf swing. I think Bert might be heavy, but Bert's an athlete.
He's thick.
He's thick.
He's
but
very thick.
Good athlete.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I guess in this, but I mean, at some point, this thing, and he's
loves
carrying
his
around
booze.
weight. I don't know if it's just booze. I think it's also stress. I think it's pressure and stress.
Yeah, he's sensitive.
He's a sensitive guy. He takes it all in, all of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Food, booze, emotions, and it all sits. That's why I think he's a dedicated, funny comedian, because he cares.
What do you,
Unlike
what are you afraid of?
What am I afraid of?
Yeah, like so I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes with anxiety.
You like this? You do
Yeah.
that? Do you ever wake up like that? I wake up like that a lot. Yeah. Do you wake up sweaty?
No, only if I eat red meat and drink fucking red wine.
Then I wake up in the middle of the night sweaty.
Yeah, I can't do as you get older, I have to be very careful.
What am I afraid of? I'm afraid of dying before I've accomplished what I want to accomplish.
That's a great answer.
I'm afraid of dying before I'm ready. Because people talk about they're not afraid to die. You're afraid to die, aren't you?
We all are.
A lot of people don't really care. A lot of people are ready to go.
Some people are suicidal, and some people
No,
don't
no.
have
I'm just saying a
purpose
lot of
and
people just
meaning.
don't care.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. There's got to be a good amount of people that are doing jobs they don't really like. They may be with someone they're not a fan of. Things aren't going right. And they're like, it's fine if I get out of here.
But I get so frustrated with, dude, I have people that reach out to me and they have something going on, something wrong.
Depression.
They're broke. Or they have very bad psoriasis, and they'll say, and I'll say to them, the first thing I say is, how are you living your life? And I've had a couple of people ask me for money, or more than a couple.
And you always give money. And if anybody's looking for money, Brian will give you money.
Okay, that's
just
not-
DM Bryan Callen.
No, that's not
You've always
true.
given people money.
I do give a lot of
A
money.
lot of
away.
money. A lot of money.
I do.
You gave $5,000 to a kid you've never met because he DM'd you and said, "This is my problem and I really need it." I think that's a really noble thing.
That's not
You should
true.
continue to do that, Brian.
You're
Go ahead.
spreading fucking rumors
No, I'm
about
not.
me.
No, I'm
I know-
not.
Yes, I am Robin Hood, but still.
Yes, you've done a lot of good, and you're going to continue to, which is what I like about
$5,000
you.
is 5 cents. You saw me. I just got a huge deal.
You
They were
did
like,
get a
"Hey,
huge deal,
hey,
huh?
Can you come do our movie for a month for $5 million? And I went, call me when you're serious, you piece of shite. And I hung up.
Did you say that to them?
Yeah. I
That
go,
sounds like a
"Well,
bad move.
Yeah, you know
What would your dream role be? Because it's obviously not what you're doing right now.
I'm going to finish this thought, then I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So the people ask you money. When you ask them some questions, you start to realize that they are ensuring their own failure. That they are doing everything to make sure that they stay in a position where they're desperate and need money, or where they're just this one guy asked me about what doctors would help with psoriasis. Then I find out he drinks and eats all day long. And I'm like, well, my favorite is my friend is a director and a successful one. He goes, how do you have so much energy? And he's smoking. And I go, well, I just, eat well, exercise. And he goes, I know, but I'm just tired. And I go, you want me to help you? And he goes, yeah, that's why I'm asking. I want you to teach me what to do. And so I said, well, you got to stop fucking smoking. Let's start there. And he goes, no, I can't do that. I go, okay. I don't know where to go from
But maybe
here.
smoking is what he needs to live. It's killing him, but it might be what it, like, for you need affirmation to live, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't get affirmation, you would die. You need people to go, good job, Bryan. You did good. That's very funny.
I need to be doing comedy, and I need to feel that
affirmation. Every comedian needs someone to go, that's great. This is good.
Or we do wither away and die.
Yeah, you die.
Yeah.
So
that's like my buddy's brother is a gambler, and he's a doorman in New York City, and he's always broke. And I said, but he's broke. But he gambles, but he makes a lot of money. You make a lot of money as a doorman because you're in the union. He goes, yeah, I know. And he goes, he spends it all. He's always broke. I go, why does he gamble, for Christ's sake? And you know what he said? He goes, because if he didn't gamble, he'd just be a doorman.
A doorman, that's right.
And I went, oh, fuck. He needs the juice.
He needs it, dude. That fuels him. That's one of those. This is what people forget. I talked to somebody on this podcast about why they don't drink anymore, and they were like, "Oh, it's just people use it to like get rid of sadness." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. That's people need a vice of some kind to get rid of
100%.
How sad yours is." Martial arts, I guess.
Well, I protect
you
the
like
weak.
you like
I
working
give to
out.
the poor and I protect the weak.
You
know
like
what I mean?
working out.
I train.
You like working out. You say train all the time and it drives me fucking nuts. You don't train. You're not training for shit.
No, I train.
You work out. And I've seen some of the videos.
I practice. My hands are stupid fast.
And I've told you this before, and I mean this wholeheartedly, for like friend to friend.
Yeah.
I would pay an insane amount of money to street fight you.
No,
I want to street fight you so
What are you
bad.
going to do about my angles?
What are you going to do about my anger? What are you going to do about my anger?
What happens when I drop level and I knock that beard off your fucking
Here's what's going to
face?
happen.
What?
You knock me down.
Yeah.
And you're like, I won.
Yeah.
I'm up again.
Yeah.
I'm like in Casino when he's like, you come at him with a bet, he'll come back with a gun. You hit him with a gun, he'll keep coming and coming and coming. So you better fucking kill him. So you better fucking kill me. No. Otherwise, I'm going to come back and come back and come back. I am the cat who has all of the lives. I am Mario with the fucking game genie. You're never going to kill me.
Well,
I'm going to come
There's
back.
a guy I know who teaches knife fighting. And he really is a knife guy. And he goes, well, I'll just unzip you. And that's scared me.
That's scary.
He goes, I open your arm up and you'll lose hydraulics in 8 seconds.
Yeah, you're gone.
And I was like, oh my God.
Have you been stabbed?
A lot.
You've never been stabbed. No. Have you ever been robbed?
No.
You never been robbed?
Not a gunpoint or knife point.
What about just tough point? What if a guy's like, give me your fucking wallet?
I'm going to fight.
You're going to fucking fight him.
I'm going to get low. I'm going to bear down.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go,
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you said that to a man, I would die laughing.
And then I'm going to go. Rockabye, baby.
Is that what you, baby?
Rockabye. And that's peppering him. Rockabye, bay. And even bay is, that's 3/4 shot. Baby.
Oof.
Yeah.
Skilled and talented. Tell me what's going on with Schooled.
Hey. It's a good time. We have this wonderful woman named Hanifa. I don't know her last name. I'm an asshole for not. She's a new.
She's new to the show,
and she's so funny. She was in Rent. She was the soloist in 525. She was in Avenue Q. She's one of those actresses. Like she comes in and I just go, oh, at the reading. I'm like, oh, and I recognized her from. I was like, I knew she was a theater actress from New York, and I was like. You are, and I tried to think I was weird. Blah, blah, she goes through, she's done every Broadway thing, but she's just so fucking, those New York actors who cut their teeth on the stage.
Well, they're better than anybody in LA.
They're better than anybody.
Yeah, they're better than anybody in LA.
And she's so funny. So I love.
Do you feel outacted often on the show?
Yeah, with a person like that, you do. Although I will, I'm gonna tout my own horn for a second.
Toot my own horn.
I like tout. They had to come in on me, and I had to be teary-eyed.
Oh, and did you do it?
And there were 3 takes, and they said, so we'll blow the eucalyptus in your eyes. And I went, what? And they said, we'll blow some eucalyptus. And I said, that's adorable. An actor. I'm such a dick. I go, an actor. So roll.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't get it in the first take.
And let's just put it this way. People came up and said, 3 times in a row. And I went,
fuck you.
I went, yeah. Yes, I did.
Shut up.
I went, yeah.
No, you didn't.
And then I did a take today. I'm really obnoxious. I did a take today. And they go, very quiet, please. We had to do that take again. And I went, yeah, guys, please hold the work. Obviously, for me, it wouldn't matter if you were building a house right next to me. I have an endless reservoir of this stuff, and I can churn it out constantly at a level 10. But for the other actors, they're just not as experienced. That's the kind of shit I pull on my set.
They don't fire you. I would fire you so fast.
The backbone.
You're the back. You're in the back. You're in the background of the poster, of the ads. You're in the back.
I'm a broad actor. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a lazy actor.
Do you think you'll ever star in your own show?
I don't know. I don't want the responsibility. Right now, it's me and Tim Meadows, but Tim Meadows is number 1. And
are you
I'm
like
very happy with
seven
that.
or 8?
But it's such an ensemble cast that I'm not.
What are you
star.
on the call sheet? Be real.
2.
Really?
But I'm older and
Tim Meadows and then you?
as well it should be.
Really?
Tim's been working for 35.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Tim should be one, and you should be just. I mean, I feel like a couple of notches down on the.
No,
I mean,
don't say that.
6,
dude.
7,
No,
maybe
because
8.
No, because it was
maybe 8AB or something like that, where it's a transition
my
thing.
Character.
I know, but you know. What's the girl's name? What's the lead girl?
AJ Mashaka.
AJ
28.
Machalka.
29. Talented as that. Sings.
She'll have
career.
such a long career.
She's been working from.
She'll have such a long
the
career.
girl's been working since.
Yeah.
She was
AJ and
8.
Allie, and then
Yeah, you know AJ and Allie.
of course, man.
Both easy on the eyes.
And think about the gross. They were children.
No. Now they're grown women.
I know, but when they were on the show, they were fucking kids,
Look,
Brian.
man, I wasn't talking about that. I was
Yes,
talking
you
about
were.
all
You
of
said
it.
AJ and Allie, easy on the eyes.
no,
You
I
were
said
referring to
when
the
they
show,
were-
to the Disney show.
I sure wasn't.
That's repulsive.
Was that
is
was that
repulsive.
the name of the show?
AJ and Allie,
I'm woefully ignorant.
Alien AJ. I think
I
they were
don't
like,
watch those kinds of
and
shows.
they were like 9 on that show.
Good God.
And you liked how they looked.
I did a movie with her, a small independent movie, and she played my assistant, and she was so good. And I remember going, "Who are you? How are you this good?" And of course, these are people who've been working.
These are real actors.
They've been working forever.
So you don't know.
Good voice.
You don't.
Forever. It's amazing how I can hold a tune.
That's not good.
Forever. I mean, that's
Forever. So get out of my fucking house.
Andrew. Please let me stay.
No, dude.
Please
When
let
I
me
outsing you, first of all, you were throwing eyes at my old lady, and I didn't fucking like it. I fed you in my home. You came into my house, and you said, "I'm hungry." So I gave you a bowl.
me corn and
a
that wonderful pozole.
chote chicken.
What's it called?
A chote chicken.
You have good accent. You speak
A
Spanish too.
chote
And you
chicken.
sing.
See, and
Jesus.
you looked at my old lady. I like that when motorcycle gang guys, they call them old bags. You looked at my old bag, and you threw those cute eyes.
Yeah,
Do the
nice
thing to
eyes.
the camera. Do the eyes that you did.
I don't want to do that to them.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, man, dude.
And I said, if you do that again, I'm going to crack you upside the fucking head.
Listen, dude. Sometimes I pull out the artillery because I'm walking around with a 6-shooter, as you know, as always. But when I pull out the artillery,
I want to know how you feel as a real person, Bri. Put the comedy down. I really want to know how you feel, okay? Let's talk about some pertinent issues.
Okay.
Some real shit.
hit me.
Odell Beckham Jr. wears a $250,000 watch when he plays football. What do you really feel about that?
When he plays, he wears that.
He wore a $250,000 watch, maybe $300,000. A Richard Mille. Do you know what that is?
I do.
He wore it on the field while he played football. How do you feel about that? Give me the real answer, not the comedy answer.
It bothers me, and I can't articulate why.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that are so silly, flashy.
But also impressive.
But again, if you're that good, see, nowadays he's smart enough to know that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, it's a genius.
It
move.
worked.
So as I think about it, he knows as a football player he's got a small window, as gifted as he is. And
Sure, I guess they all do.
And whatever that cost him will pay him, he just made 100 times that in a lot of ways over the course of his life, because
Sure.
that's a classic badass move.
Now, give me-
Because he's so untouchable, he can wear a $250,000 watch
On his wrist while he
on
plays
his wrist.
football.
That's astonishing.
Is this a marketing scam from Richard Mille, you think?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And that's the world we live in, and I appreciate because I'm a capitalist.
Yep.
I like the marketplace.
You're a
And if he
staunch
can- and if he
capitalist.
can- well, I'm not. I don't know how. I'm a staunch. I love Richard Taibbi's a wonderful. He said, "With my family, I'm a communist. With my friends, I'm a socialist. With my town, I'm a Democrat, and with and the outer world, I'm a Republican." I mean, in other words, I like a marketplace, but I want to be generous on my own terms.
I get that to a degree.
Yeah.
Do you think we should? Do you think? Did you see Elizabeth Warren had the redistribution of wealth chart that they threw up, and it said like all those billionaires, Bill Gates, all those guys, they would lose half of their worth. Do you think we should be? Do you think we should be taking away billionaires' billions?
Well, so here's my question. There are a couple things about that. They became billionaires because they came up with a product all of us use and need
Yes.
and want.
Yes.
They became billionaires because they made something much easier for all of us. Everyone uses Amazon. Did it kill a lot of jobs? Yes. So did every new technological innovation
Yeah.
in history.
Yeah.
And so now the question becomes, okay, it is true that there's an imbalance of income. It's also true that there has been a bigger balance of consumption. So most of the people even if they're in a lower economic bracket, own a laptop, own an iPhone, or at least something similar that gives them access to the people they want to talk to, information.
So you're saying the poor people have what they deserve.
Own a working car a lot
Yeah.
of times that's not going to break down the way they did in the 70s. There is a housing shortage. There are issues that it's never been any different. But equality of consumption, you could make the argument it's never been bigger. But let's go back to the billionaires. So Elizabeth Warren has decided, and Bill de Blasio and Kamala Harris have all decided in their infinite wisdom. None of them have ever had to make a payroll. None of them have ever had to turn a profit. None of them have any idea what it's like to compete in the marketplace like you and I do. Nobody's there to bail me out. Nobody's there. You and I either get people to laugh at us, get butts in the seat, or we don't make our mortgage.
No, we're fucked.
I've been living that for 25 years. And I've also lived in a business where there's no second place. So let's get that out of the way right now. So what we're really saying is, I guess Elizabeth Warren knows what to do with his money, the guy who figured out a way to game the system and make money, to create a product all of us want. But I guess she's going to take the money for herself. The U.S. government somehow can take 70 or 80% of that income and I guess redistribute it to engineer equality.
And fix all the problems they say.
There you go. So I would like to ask you if you could tell me of one socialist country. And if you say Scandinavia, you don't know Scandinavia.
I don't
if
know
you say
Scandinavia.
Sweden and Norway, what you better know about Sweden is they have very high tax rates to the poor and the middle class, which is the dirty secret. But for the most part, they are a market economy. Yes, they have public health care. They also have a shitload of private clinics. I think the biggest hospital in Stockholm is privately owned. So Sweden has what went through their socialist 90% tax rates, whatever, in the 70s, destroyed the economy and came roaring back with lower tax rates in some ways than Americans do. So please don't use Scandinavia. But I would like to ask you right now if you could show me a socialist country that is on par with a capitalist country in terms of its wealth creation and standard of living. Don't tell me that all these socialist countries don't do it right. You've got to compare like with like. They're both messy systems, and you can't find it for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, other than
because what
in
happens
in Eastern Europe, there's a country called Gogurt. Do you know Gogurt?
No.
And Go-Gurt has the exact same amount of people
Yeah.
as us, 350 million people. They're Go-Gurt for kids yogurt. They're the makers
Yeah.
of Go-Gurt. And they are a socialist country, and they're doing better than us right now.
Fantastic.
The country of Go-Gurt's doing very well.
There you go.
They're killing it. So
And
you asked for it, and I gave it to
Okay,
you.
so only Go-Gurt is the only exception.
Go-Gurt's doing phenomenal.
But the other thing is that when you create, if you have Elizabeth Warren, she says, we want 70% of your money.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you're giving power to people like Elizabeth Warren, who are, I'm sure, well-intentioned.
Yeah.
But so now what you've done is the government has a lot of power to confiscate 70% of your wealth. Why would I ever spend 70% of my day working for somebody else? Because I'm a good person? Because I trust the U.S. government to distribute it properly?
That's the biggest issue.
And what happens is you create an economy of influence. When you make government that powerful, you create incentives for people to get close to decision makers like Elizabeth Warren, and you get what's called an economy of influence, not an economy of merit, not an economy where you can turn a profit. So there are problems with our current capitalist system.
Yeah.
I understand Bernie Sanders when he talks about the fact that there's a lot of money, a lot of imbalance. Part of that is the way technology has evolved, and it is a problem. And I am worried about it. And I do think that we do have a lot of people that are being left behind. But the way to deal with that, let's be creative about it. Let's all be creative about it and figure out a way for the economy for people to adapt, come up with new ways to make money. I mean, look, we have already. People make money, and I'm going to quote Yuval. No, I can't remember the guy who did Rogan's podcast, but forgive me, everybody.
Yuval?
No, I can't remember his name. He was an Indian guy, very smart guy, and one of the early investors in Twitter and stuff. But I'm going to quote him for a second. He said, "When technology changes exponentially the way it does, new jobs are created. People make money." Designing video games, watching video games, playing video games.
Watching people play video games.
Podcasting.
Yep.
Which we never thought was possible.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
So new markets emerge.
New markets emerge.
So new jobs come about.
Yes. So let new markets emerge. And you already tax me. You and I pay at least half my money goes away.
I don't pay taxes.
Okay, well.
I've never paid taxes.
Don't say that out loud.
Never paid
Hold on for a
taxes. Come after me. Come after me. Come on and get me.
Here comes
I'll fight
Elizabeth
you tooth and nail.
Warren and her company.
You'll never be able to get me. I've never paid taxes and I won't pay taxes. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
So it's not about a left or a right thing. I'm not trying to be right wing. I'm not trying to be left wing.
Right.
I'm trying to solve problems. And my question always to people is not if you're left wing socialist. How much of the government, how much money do you want to give a centralized power that has the ability to pass laws and confiscate your money and redistribute it? Those are coercive acts. Well, so if you're going to give anyone power like that, any government entity, please realize that it can be abused so quickly. And I don't know any left-wing or right-wing people who want that. I think that a lot of left-wing people, I'm using that word and I'm sorry for anybody who...
Those people.
But let's say Elizabeth Warren and Alexandra Ocasio and Bill de Blasio, I think these are generally compassionate, good people who want a better world and are trying to figure out a way to deal with these inequalities. God bless them. I just think that they could be more creative in their thinking, and so could I, and we all need to be more creative with it. The marketplace, though, you better be careful with how you trifle with the marketplace.
Because it's going to fuck you.
I get very nervous when the government comes in and says, I'm going to take 70 or 80% of your money.
Well, here, I'll put it like this. In Chicago, they said tolls on the highways were going to last, I don't know, like a decade. And 40 years later, they still got tolls. 30 years later. Yeah. So, and are the roads better? No. There's a new way to spend new money. So the idea of helping out those that have less than you makes sense. I understand that. As somebody who has empathy for other humans, I get the fact that it's like, I do want to help people that have less than me. The problem is, do you trust the big machine to do it? That's crazy.
Let me ask you a question. Did the Jews and the ethnic Chinese...
Okay, this is where I'm going to cut it off.
Did the Jews and the
That's it for me, you guys. That's it for me.
That's our time there. Did the Jews and the ethnic Chinese suffer discrimination?
Yes.
Yeah, you pick up a history book, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about
yeah.
in this country, never mind Europe or in Malaysia.
Sure.
Did the Igbo of Nigeria suffer a great deal of discrimination from the Yoruba and the Hausa? Thank you. I just want to say, I want to say Yoruba and Hausa.
You'd be the worst history teacher. You get fired day one.
But yes, the answer is yes.
Yes.
How come those three groups I've mentioned have excelled to the degree that they have? To the degree in many cases where, especially, let's just take, Jews were not considered white. They were not considered white by
This is
the
all
status quo.
Bryan,
They
by the
were
way.
killed en masse because they were considered not, they were not white according to many Christian countries, or expelled, right? So there's a long history of that. The ethnic Chinese suffered their own pogroms. The Armenians suffered a genocide at the hands of the Turks. Why have they done so well? What's going on? Explain that to me. Why does the average Iranian that I meet here, despite a lot of the prejudice they've dealt with, why do they have 5 degrees? Please explain if you could. I'm just curious. Why are they not in a position where they need
Help?
Why do West Indies, people who come from the West Indies, from Jamaica and things, why do they a lot of times come and really their children have a very similar immigration experience as do many other, like the Armenians or whatever?
Why?
I don't know. You tell me.
I have no fucking
Could
idea.
it be culture? Could it be certain behaviors?
Culture
and
probably has a lot to
practices?
do with it.
Yeah. Why is it that hillbilly culture, if you ever read Hillbilly Elegy, why is it that there are very poor stretches of white America and many of them in the Appalachians and places like that in coal country? Why is it that they don't excel? Well, there is a lot of scholarly work to suggest that maybe culture, behaviors and practices that are handed down are not as effective in the 21st century in amassing wealth and building security as some other cultures are.
Sure.
Frugality, education, those things that are put at a premium, hard work, responsibility. Syrians, when they come to countries, usually do very well because they have this crazy entrepreneurial spirit.
So it's embedded in their DNA.
It's embedded in their culture and their practices.
In their DNA.
So,
it's in their blood.
But if you ever had anybody talk that way, God forbid you said that anybody who wasn't doing as well,
Yeah.
hillbilly culture, or certain parts of the ghetto, wherever, God forbid you said that maybe the reason they're not doing well has to do with them. You gotta have everybody's got to be a victim, because it'd be very politically incorrect to suggest otherwise. Which is why Thomas Sowell, black scholar out of Harvard, towering intellect, is persona non grata on a lot of college campuses and stuff. So there's a real lack of creativity in thought with the hard left and with the hard right.
Don't you think there's a million factors that go into things like that?
Really done. What?
Don't you think there's a million factors that go into those things, though? It's so hard to account for
There
where.
are always a million factors.
Too many
that go
factors
into
to even count. I don't even know. You can't really explain. Why were you born lucky enough to become a successful comedian?
That's a very good question.
Okay.
And I
That-
don't, and I never.
There
I
is no
never
answer.
Forget about that.
Well, there is no answer.
I didn't pick my parents. Didn't pick my genetics. Didn't pick my
there's-
jawline.
that's my
didn't pick my
point.
beautiful eyes. I didn't pick.
You had an
I didn't pick-
extremely small window of chance of being born in the United States, the time that you did, in the place that you did, to give you the opportunity that you did. Some things are pure chance. Some things
I agree.
are
I agree
pure
with you.
chance.
I agree. I'm not taking credit for my success.
And some things are luck.
I'm not taking credit for my success. I just said that to my father. I go, I don't take credit for my success. And he said, "Oh, you worked hard." No,
You didn't.
Yeah, I worked hard. Whatever.
You didn't.
There are a lot of things that could have gone wrong.
So many people have worked so much harder than you that deserve it more than you do.
I agree with you.
And I mean you specifically.
No.
I'm a hard worker, and I know that what I've earned, which is not a lot, but it's a wonderful amount, and I'm appreciative of every single step. Someone like you, on the other hand, who's been given opportunity after failure after failure after failure,
that.
and
No, I
keeps
don't like where this is
bouncing
going.
back, is what's so
Don't
odd
like
to
where
me.
this is going.
You've never really earned almost anything. You texted me one time and you said, my shows are sold out before the plane hits the ground.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe people bought tickets to come see you because I thought, wait to see how disappointed they're going to be when they see you.
Dude, I'm the best comedian of my generation.
Really?
That's what
You think you're the
what
best?
Comedy Magazine said. I didn't say that.
What generation are you?
Comedy Magazine was argue with them. They're the International Comics Association.
So of all the baby boomers, you're probably the top. You're the top guy of all the baby boomers. Post World War II comedians, you're probably the strongest one that I know.
Well, okay,
without a doubt.
So the international experts on comedy council,
IE,
yeah,
OC.
the IOC unequivocally came out and said Bryan Callen is the LeBron James of comedy. Okay,
They said that about you.
That's what they said.
Wow.
The International Comics Association of Professionals
Of
in comedy.
Oh my God.
Said this guy, if Mozart had been a comedian, there he is. Okay, that's what they said.
I read one review of your last tour.
Yeah.
And it said, "Go to bed, old man." And I thought that was the most honest, real.
Fuck, man.
Go to bed, old man. And it
don't
says
like
so
that.
much and so little. Go to
You know what I'm gonna do,
bed,
Andrew?
old man.
I'm gonna
words.
take my money and I'm going to buy this nice house that you just
Buy
bought.
it.
And
Guess
you're
what? Because you'll
excited.
buy it at a premium. Because I won't sell it to you for any less than triple what I paid for
No,
it.
I'm gonna.
That's right. You're gonna buy my house for
What
way
I'm gonna
more.
do is I'm gonna buy the houses next to you, and I'm gonna move up a bunch of crackheads in there, and yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna set up meth labs.
Okay.
So that this house's value
Plummets?
and then I'm gonna fire sale you.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in debt.
Okay.
I'm buy it.
Where are you
for
gonna
what
come up with this money?
You'll give me the money. You'll give me what I offer. Okay, and then I'm gonna demolish it, and I'm gonna pour salt on the ground.
You see what I'm doing right now?
What, man? You're upset, huh?
Yeah, you're good, dude. You checked me like that in my fucking house, and you're inches away from really being hurt, and I mean it. And the fans know. And the fans know. You can play
fans
this little
know.
cute game with Brandon.
Hold on.
You and Brandon can do this game
It's
back
Brendan,
at your
dude.
studio.
Don't say
It doesn't even
Brandon.
matter what the fuck it is, dude. You can play that fucking game with that Ferrari driving weirdo.
Yeah.
You can't play that fucking game with me. I'm a
Don't say-
real life guy. Look at me in the
don't say
face.
Ferrari
Look at me in
driving
the- yeah,
weirdo.
he is a Ferrari driving weirdo. You can look me in the fucking face. I'm a real life guy, dude. I'm a real life
I don't know
fucking
what that
dude.
means.
You know what it fucking
You a
means.
golfer, bro?
Do you want me to? Yeah.
I'm going golfing with my dad.
I would
this
never play
weekend.
with you. I play with high end.
Okay, hold on. You good golfer?
I'm a good golfer.
I bet you are.
I got clubs in the room.
I complimented. What did I compliment you on?
Athletic ability,
I didn't.
looks,
I said no.
intelligence, and comic.
I said you got some legs on you.
I got some nice
You
legs.
long legs.
Strong
Long,
legs.
Strong legs. You hit a ball country mile. You do, don't you?
Yeah.
You can hit a ball
I
country
can
mile.
clear 300 easy.
Is that
On
true?
the fly, yeah.
I believe you.
I swear to God.
The farthest I hit the last time I golfed was 284. That's with a laser.
284?
Yeah.
So
but I was 8 miles up. I was in Park City, which elevation. So
you probably
really,
hit a 262.
probably
250.
250 at the most.
You know what I hit about 272? My 3-wood at sea level.
Okay, man.
You fucking bitch.
No, don't call me.
Dude,
that.
I will fucking, my fucking 2-iron is further than your
All right,
driver,
dude.
baby.
How long have you been
out.
playing?
I've been playing since the game was invented.
How's your short game? You
Oh,
piece of
it's
shit?
really good because everything else on me is so long and tall. I'm surprised I'm so good at
It'd
that.
be weird if you were a vampire and you just flew in and killed me right now.
I just fucked you up.
Yeah.
I would love to play golf with you. I didn't know
Where
you
do
were a
you
golfer.
play?
Wherever I
I'm
want
not.
for the
It
most
was so
part.
funny. My buddy who plays, he's a real golfer, and he's and he said, "What'd you shoot?" And I said, "Like a 92." No, I said something like a 90, and he goes, "Cool, that's good. I'm gonna ask this question again, and you're gonna be honest with me." Fuck, I go like 105.
Really?
Well, I mean, with the short game. And,
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
My dad, who's 79, who I'm so impressed with, from the age of 78 to 79, he's improved.
He's gotten better at almost
Dude,
80.
that's how hard he works at golf.
Wait, your dad is 80?
Yeah, he'll be 80, and we're going to Israel.
What do you have you when he was 12?
Dude, he had me when he was 24, man. God damn it.
Fucking bitch. You're going to Israel?
I think for his 80th birthday, I've never been.
Your father's not Jewish, is he?
No, I'm not Jewish. My dad's Irish.
Why? Yeah,
My
why?
mother's
But why
fucking
Israel?
Italian.
Because the motherland is important.
I just like I think he just wants to go and see it. I think he's been there, but I'd like to go see it. And the family, Tel Aviv, and it's where Christ walked the earth, all that stuff. I don't know.
Some say.
Yeah, well,
Some say.
I have Holy Ghost power, so I want to see what happens when I get there.
You're not religious though.
No.
But on your
I
dying
respect religion.
on your dying days, you think you'll ask for God's forgiveness and freedom?
Yeah, I respect religion more and more as I get older.
Yeah.
Because I think that hope and love, hope and love and wonder. These are religious ideas. And charity and giving to the less fortunate and being generous. I don't think those are qualities that were addressed sufficiently by our great philosophers, our great devotees to reason and rationality.
You think you should be giving more to the fellow man, but then you just rejected the idea of redistribution of wealth.
I want to do it on my terms, and I don't think.
Yeah, but you're never going to do it if it's on your terms.
So that great saying, the poor don't need bread; they need inspiration. Teach a man how to fish, right?
Teach a man to fish, right? Yeah, give a
I
man
like
a fish.
those. I like those. I think there's a lot of truth to those kinds of.
You
sayings.
do?
Yeah, and I think I do give to charity. By the way, I probably give more than anybody you know.
Okay, so I'm being serious. I'm being genuine. I want all the fans to please DM Bryan and write on his page. In fact, write on his last post. Write on Bryan's last post and write why you think you deserve, because I think in this episode we're going to make it a thing. I'll do this with you. We together are going to give away $1,000 of Bryan's money to anybody who posts a reasonable story on his last Instagram that says, "Here's why I need $1,000." I think it's a good thing to do.
No, but the problem is I don't believe those people.
No, you do.
But I tell you this:
if
when
it's a good story,
I do Cameo, which you should do.
No, you do Cameo.
I give the money to charity. All that money goes to charity.
Okay, that's the one. I would do that. I would do that. Yeah. Do you do public charity things like that often without people knowing?
All the time.
Give me another example of what people don't know that you do. Because people know often a lot about you because you expose a lot.
Yeah.
But they don't know.
I don't like talking about. I can't believe I'm even talking about charity.
Let's talk about charity.
No,
some of the things that you do.
because I do it very strategically, and I do it.
If it's write-offable.
No.
Yeah. You won't really lose money unless it's.
I do it because I do it to people who I do it for things and people that are worth it. And I really mean that.
White people? What does that mean? You've told me before how racist you are.
No, I'm
one time
a flaming
One
racist.
time Byron said.
No, it's Bryan.
Whatever. One time he said to me, he goes, "I would never help someone who is darker than my skin tone."
Okay, that's
I was like, that is so fucked up
lie.
because as white as you
Sir,
are,
that's a goddamn lie.
that is insane that you would do
there
that.
are lies, damn lies, and statistics.
Is this another bad impression?
That's worse than a statistic. Do you know who said that?
No.
Lies, damn lies, and statistics.
Who?
Whenever people cite statistics, it's always tricky.
Who is
I
that?
believe that was Benjamin Disraeli.
You're just making shit up. Did you make that up?
No.
Benjamin Israeli?
Disraeli.
Disraeli?
Disraeli. He was Prime Minister of the UK.
You have this ability to. You're not smart enough to fool me, but you're good enough to trick me. Do you know? Do you understand by that? You understand what I mean by that? Your intellect is not heavier than mine, where you could actually fool me. I would never look like a fool with you.
I would
just because of
my intellect would toy with your
just
intellect.
on basis alone.
My intellect would toy with your intellect like a baton. You know that, right? No, it's not a big deal. But I'm the marching girl at the front of the parade.
You are the marching girl.
That's my intellect, and your intellect is her baton. Right? You know that, right?
Let me tell you something.
Ain't that the case?
If your next album isn't called The Marching Girl, you should be. You know what? You are the marching girl, and I'm the man playing the drums. But up, keeping the beat, beat the go, up, keeping the beat, keeping the beat. And here you are dancing around in a little skirt, and I'm twirling a baton, and I'm Byron.
Oh, that's a derogatory way to refer to a woman.
Oh, sorry about that.
Amazing.
I'm Byron, and I'm twirling a baton, and that's you. No, because she's in a skirt. The baton girl is always in a fucking skirt. Does she ever wear jeans? No, and bop 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 bop. I'm the drum guy.
If you could play an instrument, what would it be?
I played drums when I was a kid. My mother took the drums away from me, and now I can't because I was not a good kid. And now I can't go back and play drums because Bill Burr does, and I think it's enough parallel with me and him anyway. I'm angry and I'm a redhead. Yeah. People already annoyingly are like, "Oh, fucking Bill Burr." I'm nothing like Bill Burr. We're nothing alike except for the fact that we're both extremely funny, good-looking,
You're the bus
red-haired
and truck
men.
version of him, right?
I'm the what?
You're the bus and truck version. Like he's varsity and you're JV.
You're out of your fucking head. We're
Take
two
it
different
easy.
We're two different sports, first of all.
No, but
Okay?
I just say
We're
you're
both athletes.
You're JV and he's varsity. Ain't that
You
ain't that the
fucking
way it
piece
is?
of shit, dude. Let me
Ain't
tell
that-
you something.
Ain't you high school and he's in the pros? You're good high
This is
school.
bait, by the way. This is bait for me to talk shit. Because clearly, I love Bill Burr. We're two different comics.
Yeah.
We're two different comedians. Just like, okay, I am to Bill Burr as far as parallel talent goes. Like he is a unbelievably successful, literally one of the people that I look up to.
Yeah.
But I am to Bill Burr, my relationship with him, success-wise, of how much more successful he is than to me, I am to Bill Burr as you are to Gallagher. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's that that is almost a perfect parallel.
I almost breathed in some of my saliva when you said that.
You
Take that back.
I'm to
Andrew-
Bill Burr what you
Andrew-
are to Gallagher, and
Andrew,
that's a fact.
take that back.
And that's a literal fact.
Take that back right now.
We are paralleled men. Bill and I, different worlds. I love him so much. I'm my own comic. It's like what you are to Gallagher.
Take it back.
You're both trash.
And Andrew,
You're both trash.
Andrew?
You've been thrown out of the comedy game
Nope.
years and years and
Nope.
years ago.
nope, take it back.
I
You know I could fucking have you
as
banned. I could have you.
oh, you get me banned from where? From where?
comedy
From the
with
comedy?
2 phone calls.
From the comedy.
Oh yeah.
Can I tell you something?
What baton?
I'm gonna. You fucking bitch. I'm gonna call the Comedy Store and I'm gonna talk to my good buddy over there, Adam, and make him not give you spots. And it'll be easy for him to do.
No, don't do that.
He'll go, why would I give Brian spots anyway? He doesn't deserve spots. He doesn't draw. Nobody buys tickets to come see him
That's
anyway.
not true.
Yeah.
That's not right.
I saw the numbers last time that you were on the main room. And they asked people, who are you buying tickets for? And it was literally almost all of them were for D'Elia.
Come on, man.
And the rest were for Shab, and you had two.
No, don't
two people
say
said they
that.
came to see you.
No, that's
I swear, dude. It
No.
said 2 dudes were like,
No.
we're here to see Byron.
That,
And you know what?
What?
Shab, all of them. D'Elia, all the tickets. And people were like, I can't wait to see Shab. I can't wait to see Chris. Their favorite comedians. And then you're kind of like, you're like Sprinkles. People are like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll take the ice cream or Sprinkles. Without it, it doesn't matter.
you should start smoking.
I really love you, Bri. And you know why I love
too,
you?
buddy.
People say we're very similar.
Yeah.
In the fact that like we're both fun-loving goofball guys.
Life is too short to be serious.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
I agree.
And you're one of my biggest. I hate to say this, and this is going to sound embarrassing, but honestly, you are one of my most loyal and biggest fans that I think I've ever had. And I've always appreciated your fanship and your
Okay, dude,
support
I gotta stop
because
you
you're
with
one of
that.
the guys that has always said to me how much you look up to me,
No, I
how
don't
much you
say that,
respect
Andrew.
me.
This is not
and
true.
I think no, it's a listen, it's a cool thing
don't
that you do
remember
that I really do
saying
like.
that.
It's a cool thing you do that I like.
I don't remember saying. I saw your ass today, though. You exposed yourself. To
I
me.
exposed myself to you in my own home. That's totally legal to do.
Yeah, but I don't feel comfortable with that, dude.
Do you think I can get in trouble for something like that?
Well, you're gonna
If
get
Bobby
in
Lee
trouble
can
now.
show his penis on the patio of the Comedy Store, I can show my own butt in my own
Hey,
home.
how's he doing? I know he had. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it after the show.
I love him.
He is
God, is he funny?
he is unbelievably funny. Who's the funniest person right now that nobody knows? That's a good question. You see how that threw you? You don't get good questions with Shab.
People know him, but they don't know how much of a genius he is. Is Will Sasso?
Yeah, I think a lot of people do
Sasso's
know.
a fucking genius.
He's a beast.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
That motherfucker can do anything better than everybody. Like his acting, he's coming out in a movie
Yeah.
with Frank Grillo, Naomi Watts, Mel Gibson. Wait till you see him. This motherfucker can do it all.
Mel Gibson is back.
He's back. He's very back.
Do you think Mel Gibson came back because times have changed so much that now what he did wasn't that bad in comparison?
Mel Gibson took a seat for 10 years.
But do you know what I mean by
They
that?
said to him, you're going to take a seat for 10 years.
But do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
'Cause he
I
said-
think Mel
he said-
Gibson is back because he's so undeniably good
What did he say?
at what he does.
What did he say to that police officer?
There was some
He said sugar tits, right?
No, there was some drunk anti-Semitic rantings that went on.
Right. He said something about her being Jewish and then something about sugar tits.
Yeah.
And Hollywood said, hey, cool it out. But now people are doing such fucked up shit. They're like, you're good.
Well,
come on back. They let him right back in.
He's
You think he's one of the best actors of our generation?
He's one of the best filmmakers of our generation. I'll tell you that much.
Why? What
He's
films?
a straight up movie star. But
what films has he done that are your favorite?
I mean, what are we talking about? Braveheart.
Never seen it.
You have never seen Braveheart?
Go down the list.
Do you see Apocalypto?
Never even heard of it. Go on.
All right, I'm not going to do this with you.
Keep giving me. Give me all of them.
No, I won't.
Give me all of them.
And Heartbreak. What didn't
Heartbreak
he do?
Hotel?
No. What was the movie he got nominated for an Oscar for?
Passion of the Christ.
No, he did that, but there was one he was nominated for an Oscar for. The fuck was it?
Die Hard.
No, it was 2 years ago. The war movie.
What about with the puppet that talks? I don't know. I can't remember.
But I mean, he's prodigious.
You're a big Mel fan.
Well, he's as good as it gets.
Look at me.
His movies are phenomenal.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Have you had dinner with him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
I know you have. I can smell it on you.
Look, I run with a pretty influential group, which is one of the reasons I don't see you a lot.
How come you haven't popped a little bit more then? If you feel like you have so many of these famous friends, why do you think you haven't ascended a little bit higher?
Andrew, because I don't want to.
You don't want to get any bigger? You want to be ninth lead? Everybody goes check out Byron's new special, your stand-up special, Complicated Apes, because it's maybe the only thing that's worth watching of you.
Damn it.
It's definitely not your performances on television. Those are fucking dog shit.
Take that back right now.
I mean every single second of it.
No, man.
But your special is actually
I didn't
worth
come on
watching
this
because you're
podcast
funny.
to be fucking
You came here
abused.
because I told you to get on this podcast, and
No.
you said I'll do whatever you
Come
want, Papa.
see me in Tampa at the Tampa Improv, by the way, September 27th and 28th. If you want,
I want
if you
everyone
the
that goes-
antidote to fucking to Santino, same thing.
What did you just say? What did you just say? I want everyone to go to the Tampa shows to see Brian, to go see Mr. Callen, and be respectful and be nice. But at the end of the show, when he closes his set with whatever hack fart dog shit joke that he's closing with these days, I'm sure it's something. I'm sure it's a sound.
No, it's good.
Whatever it is, I want no one to clap, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I want everyone to sit in silence and
You
go
don't
like this.
have power.
Yes.
Now listen, you know what bothers me?
Watch how many
about
people are
this
gonna do it.
whole interview.
Yep.
You know why I'm dying a little bit? Mm-hmm. You got a much longer femur bone.
My spread is big.
You
You've
a
got little
longer-
boy hips, don't you?
You got You have a.
You
have
sit.
A long
Look at
femur
it. Your
bone.
legs. You sit like a little kid on a little
I
league
got
bench.
shitty little
Little
fucking
tiny
legs.
boy
I got
legs.
short. I got
Yeah.
thick legs, but they're short and shitty. It bothers me.
All right, let's be real. 2 things you can change about yourself. Go.
Physically,
Anything, dude. I mean, I could tell you what I should change
I
about
would
you
like
physically.
to be.
That's
I'd like
easy.
to have longer legs
Yeah.
and bigger arms.
What do you mean bigger? Stronger?
Yeah, I want to be. I'd like to be 215.
But don't you think at this point your muscle is deteriorated? You're not going to like build more muscle at
I'm
this
gonna
age.
go on. I'm gonna go on fucking testosterone.
You can take it?
I might go on human. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, and I'm being dead serious.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance I go on DHE, Metformin, human growth, testosterone. Ready? Maybe some Anavar. I don't give a fuck. That's 5 things, you piece of shit.
Do it.
Yeah, and then don't be surprised. Don't be fucking surprised if El Bry doesn't get his lids tucked, snipped. I'll get my eyelids snipped. And if I want, I'll get my face tightened.
Wow. Do you think you need it?
I'm doing it before I need it, you motherfucker.
I was going to say your face looks really good for
A 52-year-old.
not even age, just for you. For you. For a guy who inherently doesn't have any like sexy features,
I put my
it looks
face
good.
in ice in the morning because I get swollen. And I can't believe I just drank some whiskey because tomorrow I got to shoot at 6 a.m. I got to get the fuck out of here.
No, you're not going anywhere. You're not going to go. We're going to be here for another 3-4 hours. This is
Please,
Joe
man.
Rogan shit.
Please, man.
No, you're not. Have you studied your lines?
I got to wake up early. I got to go to bed.
Have you studied your lines?
Yeah.
You did?
I have a photographic memory.
Well, because you have like 3 lines, right? They cut to you and you're like, "Hey, no running." You know.
Number 2 on the call sheet. Please take that back. And I'm very heavy.
They go, "Hey, no running," and
I'll
then
be on my feet all
and
fucking
another
day
scene.
tomorrow. I'm going to be amazing tomorrow.
You think so?
I boxed today. I got dropped. With
Give me a
liver
line.
shot.
Give me one of your lines for tomorrow.
You'll have to watch the
Didn't
show.
study his lines. Didn't study his lines. Woo, woo, woo. Bullshit.
Fuck.
Give me one.
Yeah, fuck.
I know you didn't.
Yeah, fuck.
You didn't, did you?
No. I got to go back and study him.
You do tonight.
Yeah, I got work to do. But I came all the way here to do your podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I love you.
Are you proud of yourself over what you did?
No.
Tonight you divulged a lot of shit about Elizabeth Warren and the stance of politics. You gave us some history lessons.
Yeah,
I think a lot of that stuff was really solid.
thank you. Good podcast.
It was good. It could have been stronger. I mean, you could have delivered a little bit more, but that
What
hasn't.
the fuck,
that
man?
doesn't. It
What
doesn't
does that
matter. It's fine.
mean?
Well, it just means like your presence could have been more
You got
dominatory.
very thin fingers, huh?
I got regular hands. Let me see your fucking hand. Put your hands up.
I got hands that built. My hands are built to bear down. I
I
can throw a pot. I'll throw a pot.
Do you know how many people send me clips of you stuttering on your show? It's the funniest thing on the planet.
Who does that?
All my fans.
Motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
Because you do this. Because you go. It fucking kills me.
I do.
How do you get so tongue tied with Brendan? Why do you get tongue tied with him? Is he an intimidating
'cause he
force to
hits
you?
me.
He hurts
He
you.
hits me afterwards.
Really?
The other day, he did grab me. We were about to go on stage, and he was just, I've never seen him do this very rarely. And he grabbed me in a single leg. And he goes, "What do you do, Brian?" And I put him in a whizzer. And I go, "I'm gonna push your head back." And it doesn't work with him.
No, he's big.
Doesn't work with him.
Done. Give me one thing, one bit of truth. Are you upset that Shab and Theo's podcast is exponentially more successful than
Look,
yours
dude,
and his?
that's
just an honest question.
Damn lie.
It's a fact. The numbers.
That's a
the
goddamn lie.
numbers are in.
Andrew, that's a lie.
The numbers
Andrew,
are
I'm
in.
going to ask you to take that back right now.
Numbers are in.
I'm going to ask you to take
So
that
their
back.
show is so much more. It's so much stronger than your show with him.
No.
It's so much more like palatable.
No.
So what do you think? How do you really feel about it?
I'm quitting the business.
You are.
Yeah, I'm going to get back into the business of giving.
So like we said, everyone comment on Brian's page where the $1,000 should go. I'm being serious. You have to donate $1,000 for this thing. This is like an important thing for me. I want you to donate $1,000 to someone who has the best story.
Give me a good charity.
Give a good charity. He'll donate $1,000 to it. We're being serious. It's got to be something worthwhile. It can't be something goofy like I need more weed. It's got to be $1,000 and he will donate it. You've got his word. You've got my word. I'll make sure that he does it. And because that's my thing. I want to make sure that other people are doing what they promise.
This podcast cost me $1,000.
Maybe more.
You motherfucker.
You should see what they did to your car outside.
Why?
Yeah, man.
Oh, no.
It's on cinder blocks, bitch.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
You just cost me, this podcast cost me $1,000.
$1,000, yeah.
How
plus,
dare you?
Plus whatever the Tesla damages are.
They just beat my Tesla up?
They just steal the tires and they take off the center console. They take out that big iPad out of there.
Nice.
Yeah, it costs you $1,000 to come do my podcast.
Okay.
That you're welcome for the Blantons.
That's fair.
Tell people where you're going to be soon.
Tampa Bay, Improv, September 27, 28.
Tampa Bay?
I mean, Tampa Improv, yeah.
Wait.
The Tampa Improv in Ybor City.
Ybor City.
Good room.
Never going to go back.
Why?
I told the story one time I got hurt there. This. Look at that. You see that scar?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, that's Ybor City.
What happened?
I've actually had someone reach out to me. They were like, "I'm so sorry. I heard on the podcast you wouldn't come back." And it's not that I wouldn't come back. I'm making a joke. But at the last time I was there, this happened. A fight broke out. People were getting pushed out of the one exit door that people can go out of, and I got pushed into an umbrella stand. Cut my leg.
If there are any fights, I will be so far away from that shit. It's like when you come out of a bar and it's 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. And everybody's on the street milling about, girls and guys. I can't get away from that. That is nothing good happens.
Yeah, but wait, this is after the show.
Well, after the show,
This is because
find
a
way
guy
to,
was yelling at the security guard. He called him a term that you shouldn't use about his race. Was not a good move. He was getting choked. People started getting pushed. I got pushed into. A woman was falling. I kind of grabbed her to help. I moved out of the way. As I'm shifting towards the door, there's an umbrella stand. Boom, up my leg. I'm
Jesus
bleeding
Christ.
through my leg. Oh, yeah. And Ybor City, by the way, is kind of an isolated place for people that don't know. The hospital is not right there.
It's where you can get tetanus.
That's where you get
things.
I got tetanus in Ybor City.
Yeah.
But, fun town. You can still smoke inside there. I might come back. It's just this accident. It fucked me up. What can I say? It fucked me up.
Soured you.
It soured me a little bit. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are there, and I'm a Blackhawks fan. And it was also during the run of fucking Tampa Bay. And I was like, Jesus Christ, a Florida fucking hockey team. It's hard to hear Florida has a Stanley Cup prone hockey team.
Right.
That's a tough thing to swallow. That's something that you don't know about because you don't care about actual sports. But for the most part, it's just tough for me to swallow.
I train in karate.
You don't train, dude. You
kung
just
fu.
work out. You work out.
train in karate,
If you say
kung fu,
train again,
box,
I'm going to
box,
fucking
boxing,
throw this bottle of
boxing.
Blanton's at your forehead. Say train one more time.
Okay.
Go see Mr. Callen. He's one of the funniest, sweetest, most wonderful people that I've ever known in my entire life. I did time in front of him at his Montreal show.
Did very well.
And god damn did we have a good time. People afterwards were like, what a fucking show. You guys could have done 10 hours apiece and I would have stayed. And I said, we can't. We have other fucking gigs.
Yep.
But I'm happy.
Appreciate that.
And by the way, for the first time in my life,
Yeah.
I'm doing Just for Laughs Toronto, JFL.
You're going to love it.
Next week. Come see me. JFL Toronto 42. Tickets are fucking going fast because I'm me. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I'm hot. I'm a hot one, baby. I got the hot pepper sauce.
Toronto.
Come to Toronto to see me. I have a bunch of shows. Go
I'm
see.
going to hook you up with my boy Joel Gerson.
Who's that?
He's the mayor of that town, Joel Gerson.
He's not the physical mayor, is he?
He may as well be.
Well, who's the real mayor of Toronto?
My boy Joel Gerson is
Okay.
the guy who I'm for real.
Is he going to pump me around town?
He's the best. I got some people in Toronto.
How?
I just, from years of being there and places and
Years
around
and years and
being-
years and
being
years
a
and
huge
years and years and
celebrity
years.
stuff,
Yeah. A celebrity?
I'm going to hook you up in Toronto, and you're welcome.
Please.
And you're already welcome.
Where do you think you're the biggest celebrity? What city?
I don't know, but when I go to Canada, I do get recognized a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
Not here, though.
Vancouver,
Not here. Like in LA, people don't say what's up, do they?
all the time.
They do?
Yeah, big deal.
What do they know you from?
They're like, Bryan, that redheaded guy, tell him to shut the fuck up.
Did they say that shit?
About you? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool because they know me more.
No.
They go, that guy's the shit, dude.
Dude, if you changed your hair color, you'd be.
I get a lot of work because I'm a
bigger
redhead. How about that? How about I'm killing it right now because I'm a redhead? They go, this guy's the shit.
You have been working a lot.
Too much.
Don't say that because it makes me angry.
I've been working so much. It's
Don't say it.
Seriously, I get so many phone calls from high-end executives, directors, and they go, hey man, out of this whole group of like whack garbage guys that come through on the podcast circuit, and they're naming guys like you and like, that's the only one I remember. You is the one, and they go,
cool,
you
dude.
are the fucking top dog.
Yeah. Well, listen, this has been.
No, you don't say goodbye. I say goodbye. I know you got to go. You did me a favor by coming here so late. I appreciate it. I was at the iPhone store. It was a whole ordeal, and I do love you for coming so late.
And I love you.
You're a sweet man. You're a good human being.
Thank you, buddy.
You should get home safe.
I will.
And I'm going to walk up there and turn off the camera, and I want you to say one important thing into the microphone before we go, okay?
All right. Learn what not to think about. All right? And do something nice for somebody.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.